The Revolutionary Army will fail. Hello, One Piece enthusiasts. I'm the One Piece nerd, and today let's talk about why the Revolutionary Army and Monkey D. Dragon will fail to take down the world government. Now, yes, this is a pretty bold statement considering the fact that Dragon has been built up this entire time as the only person that is directly at war with the world government and the only person that has dared to declare war against the world government aside from Luffy, of course. And I'm telling you, they're gonna fail. Yes, they will. Before we move on, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. Now that you have, let's begin. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because of Dragon himself. We are seeing constant parallels between Dragon and Luffy as leaders. In Egghead, we've seen Dragon make moves before. We've seen the Revolutionary Army planning, thinking of what it's planning to do, what it's going to do, whatever, whatnot. And in my eyes, at least, I have seen that Dragon has probably not done enough. Dragon, granted, has been sitting there gaining allies of the countries that are in trouble with the world government, taking them to their side, that are oppressed. I'm not saying Dragon's cause is bad. I'm not saying Dragon has failed to do what he intends to do, but rather I'm saying that his overall goals, I don't think they've gone too far from where we started up until now. Now, where does it all begin? Yes, he has made quite a number of nations his allies. But look at what Im-sama did. Look at what Im did. Im basically said, yeah, the Revolutionary Army is gonna create an uprising with me. Fine. I'm just going to destroy them to shut everyone down. And I think that was the perfect response. We have yet to see how the other countries that has revolted with the Revolutionary Army react to this. But I think we'll get to a reaction soon enough. And I think that uprising in and of itself will not be enough to take down the world government. Furthermore, Dragon's having all this sorts of trouble trying to retake Kuma. Look at what is happening. He sent Sabo and a bunch of other Revolutionary Army commanders to Marijoa. And yeah, they've succeeded in fighting off against the admirals. Yes, I'll give them that. But then again, the admirals were handicapped. They were not allowed to use their full powers because that would destroy the Holy Land, and who knows what would have happened if they did use their full power. I'm not saying the Revolutionary Army would lose outright, but they would give them a very difficult fight compared to what it was in this time around. Furthermore, they failed to capture Kuma. Number one. Number two, they've destroyed some sort of a food supply management thing from the world government's perspective. Yeah, that was sort of a hindrance to the world government. I will agree to that. He's done a decent job. But after 20 years of planning, after this much of work, this is how much you can accomplish? Like, really? Granted, Luffy's the main character. I believe he's done far more than what Dragon has been able to do within the last 2 years in the story of One Piece when it comes to damaging the world government. Now, well, here's another thing. Now let's go back to Dragon's qualities as a leader. Dragon is a pretty decent leader. Pretty decent as in he's been able to gather so many intelligent, amazing people to his organization. And, well, yeah, he's probably gathered a lot of talented people that can actually fight and is very useful in a lot of other ways. Just the way Luffy did. But what's the difference? Well, the difference is their ability to sort of take in having that trust with his people. This primary example is with Sabo. When Morgans, of course, will do his dirty deed of stating that, yeah, Sabo was in the newspaper saying that Sabo assassinated King Cobra. If it was Luffy, of course, we've seen two of the reactions simultaneously. We've seen Luffy react to Sabo assassinating Koba, and he's like, no, there's no way Sabo would do this. And Dragon, on the other hand, is like, if Sabo did this, I will kill him myself or something along that line. Which I believe is like, what are you doing, dude? You've had Sabo ever since he was a kid. Luffy's only seen him as a kid, and Luffy can judge him better than you. Luffy would never in hell believe that one of his allies would be doing something like this. And there you have it. And there you have it. Dragon's like, no, Sabo might do this, and if he did do this, he's in trouble. And that's so stupid. That is absurdly stupid. And when it comes to handling pressure, he's had all this time to create a hideout for himself. I'll get back to the leadership roles later, but here's the thing. He made a hideout for himself in Baltigo, staying there, making sure he's hidden for God knows how long, probably along a decade at least, and it's been found by the Blackbeard pirates. What does he do? Instead of fighting, he flees. I'm not saying that fighting Blackbeard it would be a very smart choice, but really, bro, you're gonna flee from the Blackbeard pirates? And he did that. He fled to Kamawaka Island, and, well, who knows how long until he's been figured out. And now let's come back to Dragon as a leader. Yeah, he's taking all this time. I'm sure he's very calculated. He's not like Luffy. As far as what we've seen, he is not like Luffy. He is very calculative. He thinks of his decisions before making them. Very unlike Luffy, of course, and which makes it hard for me to believe that Dragon is Luffy's father, but that's for another point. With this being said, yeah, at this point, yeah, he's made some cracks within the world government, but he has more trouble on his hand than anything. Lulicia being destroyed, Sabo being under trouble, and Kuma still going wherever the hell he wants to. Dragon has 2 of his officers missing. Dragon has his mascot for the Revolutionary Army in constant danger of where he is. Dragon has no idea. He's taking no initiative whatsoever, trying to find out where Sabo is. There's no idea of what to do with Kuma, and he's just there, sitting, as usual, planning. But how much of planning are you going to do before you actually make a move? And at the end of all this, he's probably the kind of person that probably sits there, thinks a lot, but does very little. And I think, yeah, he's done actually very little. Like, really? You're going to take down the world government by taking nations to your side, and small nations? Yeah, you're going to take small nations. You're probably going to create an uprising, but you're against the world government that controls everything. The information system, the Marines, everything is controlled by the world government. This is not enough to take them down. And last but not least, the strength of the Revolutionary Army in and of itself. Yeah, some of them are strong. I will give them the credit. Sabo is almost Admiral level, if not more. And how many of them are like that? And then we've got this revelation of the Holy Knights in Marizua, the Celestial Dragons, the top 10 strongest Celestial Dragons that are under Im. How are you going to fight them off? Like, you really have that strong of a force to take all 10 of them down? I'm not saying Luffy has it yet. Luffy's probably going to get there by the end of all this, but I don't see it happening. I don't see Dragon doing this. Rather, I see Luffy doing this. I'm not saying Sabo won't be a part of this. I'm not saying Dragon won't be a part of this. He will be a part of this, but they will not be the primary reason as to why the world government goes down. It's going to be because of Luffy. Not because he's main character, but because he was destined to. Dragon knows all this information by being a Marine, knows everything that is wrong with the world government, but will always be in decision paralysis because he's slow to make a move, and well, he probably hasn't done enough to defeat the world government as much as Luffy has. That's my entire point for the video. I like to believe that, yeah, Dragon will help out Luffy at the end to take down the world government. It's Luffy's responsibility. Dragon will try, but I don't see it happening. And it has a combination of Dragon's ability to become a leader, to become proactive rather than reactive, and actually having a force that is capable of taking down the world government, which he clearly does not have. That is it for the video, guys. Let me know what you guys think. This is very controversial. I don't believe that everyone will agree with me. Feel free to disagree. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Have a great day, and peace.